Hello and welcome to Ditch Witch Diaries. Guess what? We're in a different era and the era is poison. Woohoo! And it's
So excited.
already so much fun. I'm already so excited about it. So we're just gonna kick it off and we're gonna kind of do psychotropics too. Poison, psychotropics, things that
Mhm.
are like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
little scary.
Yeah. Poisons.
Exactly,
Some
poison.
of them are real, but some of them are poisons.
Exactly. In fact, mine is a poison, a real poison. So I'm going to start us off. So let's just do it. So my one that I'm doing is castor oil bush. And
Very
it
nice.
we're going to talk about it because it is just rad. And of course, I love it because what plant don't I love?
Mm.
So it
I
is,
like this purple
I know,
too.
huh? I'm
It's like
into it.
a purpley maroon almost. Like it's not
I
really
know.
true purple. I like it.
Kind of an odd purple, isn't it?
Yeah. Hmm.
So its castor oil bush is Ricinus communis. Okay.
Ooh, Ricinus.
I
Very nice.
know. That should give you a hint right there at the issue we're dealing with. So, but Ricinus actually, even though like it does give a hint at the poison, is Latin for tick. Because the seeds look
Ah.
like the Mediterranean tick when engorged with blood. And I'll show you, we're going to see a picture of those
Mm.
soon. So, this is the botanical drawing of Ricinus communis. That's kind of what it looks like. And yeah. And then those are the beans. So see how they're kind
The
of
beans.
tickish? So
Mm.
yeah.
Makes sense.
So the parts used are the seeds and the leaves generally. And the other names are Palma Christi, castor oil plant, Aranda, Kiki, Kikajon, Palm of Christ, and mole bean plant. Now, plant information. I obviously have two of these. So, first of all, it is all over North San Diego. It is
Mm.
like every time I drive to work, I see like a million. It's like ubiquitous. It's like datura. It's um
Mm.
like white sage. It is literally everywhere. If you just
Mm.
open up your eyes a little bit, you will see castor oil bush everywhere. And the first
Mm.
place I actually saw it was in that remember when we went to that Rosicrucian like place up
Oh
in
yeah, yeah, yeah. With the dome.
Oceanside? Yes. So there's a
Mm. Hmm.
Rosicrucian church. I don't even know what you would call it. It's a whole campus. It's huge and it's a
Mm.
little rundown in Oceanside, but it is rad. And there's like a
Mm.
walking place and they have castor oil bush there. And I remember I took a picture of it and I did that like what is this plant kind of thing and
Mm.
that's what it was. And I can't get it out of my I
Mm.
couldn't get out of my mind since.
Lovely.
So it's native to India, but it's found in Mediterranean countries and even in South France. Actually, not just France. It has to be South France
Mm.
because it can't tolerate cold winters. Okay. Um,
Mm.
Castor oil bush loves full sunlight and they're fairly drought tolerant. I think I say someplace they like sandy soil, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. So castor oil and it castor oil is used for a number of different things and healing properties and also like for we're going to see all sorts of things. It's a fixed oil and it's pressed from the seeds, but the toxin isn't transferred into the oil. So there's two
Mm.
ways to extract it without the heat, and they do that primarily in Italy, Marseille, Belgium, and I don't know where Hull is, and London.
Mm.
And then in America, we do a heat extraction here mostly. So information too. The oil from the like castor oil is used in all sorts of things. Cosmetics, making like fake leather, so pleather use, soaps, castor, you've seen castor soap, lubricants, hydraulics, paints, inks, brake fluid, cold resistant plastics, brake, I already said brake fluids. That's how fun I'm
Extra brake fluid.
extra brake fluid, waxes, perfumes, pharmaceuticals.
Mm.
And the flowers, they have male and female flowers on the same plant. So there's also this turkey red like oil that's used for dyeing cotton as well that you can make from it. And it can grow up to 39 feet tall and favors sandy soil, just like I said. So that's probably why you find it like, I mean, there's pretty sandy soil around here where we are. So,
Mm.
and the castor is a seed, it's not a bean. So it's a seed actually. And the castor oil bush is a host for many different insects, and castor butterflies are one of them, and the silk moth is another.
Mm.
So we're going to talk, I kind of went a little bit out of order, my normal order, because I kind of switched things around, but we're going to talk about the poisonous action. I kind of extracted that from the plant information because this is rad, and this is why we're here for this. So the toxin that you get from it is ricin. So ricinus, ricin, okay? And ricin is derived from the seeds. And the seeds are like a violent purgative, okay? But ricin will fuck you up. It will, like, you're beyond repair. You are dead. Like, it will kill you. That's why people are so scared of it, because it kills you. And it's not like right away. So let me tell you what happens. Ricin inactivates like ribosome proteins and it kills the organelle. Okay, if you know anything about, think about your high school biology class when you're talking about cells. Okay, so then once that happens, then your red blood cells, they clump up and they break down, and then after that your digestive tract begins to hemorrhage. And then there's like irreparable damage to the liver and kidneys, okay? So the toxic components of ricinus are extracted with water, and they're made solid with alcohol, okay? So like there's like a name for it. Like when you you can do this even with like this making something solid. You can even do this with like cannabis. Like you can like extract the water.
Yeah, okay.
Like you extract and then you put like the alcohol and you let the alcohol evaporate and you're left with like these solid crystals. Okay. That's the same way with this ricinusis, whatever it is, with the ricin. Okay. But it will lose its toxicity through heating. So that's probably why Americans use heat on the oil. Treatment with a strong acid or repeated washes with alcohol. So if you do this alcohol thing repeated times, it's going to lose its toxicity. Okay, now you don't need much. You don't need much ricin to kill you. Okay, a few grains of sand is going to kill you, and it doesn't kill you immediately. It takes a couple days for that whole nightmare to happen. Okay, so how much of this is seeds? Okay, 8 seeds will kill a human. One seed could kill a baby. Okay, 8 seeds will kill a human. 11 seeds will kill a dog. Okay, and there is no known antidote. So I heard people say that like there is an antidote, but there isn't. I looked it up. There isn't. There's no known. If you're poisoned with ricin, you're doomed. It's over. Just shoot yourself in the head. Like it's done.
Yeah,
okay. That's
yeah.
why everybody's so scared of it, right? And rightfully so. Okay, but guess what? Okay, so this is the cool part. You can do like a Princess Bride action on this, right? So like iocane powder. Remember iocane?
Yeah.
Okay, so this guy Ehrlich, he carried out this research and he proved that you can gain an immunity to ricin. Okay, that you build up like it's like an antibody almost to ricin. And if you administer it very, very slowly and increase the doses gradually, you can develop an immunity, like iocane powder. And so then you can put it in both the drinks, and it doesn't matter how many times you switch it around.
Uh,
So now we're going to go to the lore, stories, and cultural importance. So first of all, we find it in Egypt, and the uses that we find, it dates back to 4000 BC. Okay, there were seeds that were found in the tombs of pharaohs. Okay, and the reason why is because the oil, it's so rich with the oil, and the oil was used as a fuel for the lamps.
mm,
So, and it's interesting because it's in this, what we're going to see, what I'm going to tell you right now. But they used castor oil for over 100 different ailments, including growing hair on a woman. And okay, let me tell you, you don't want to mix lead with stuff and put it on your face. But they said in Egypt that you could mix red
mm,
lead with castor oil and you could cure like a
mm,
herpes like on your
mm.
face, right? On your mouth.
I've seen women use like a spoolie dipped in castor oil and put on their eyelashes. That makes me nervous that it being so close to my eyeballs, but I've seen people do that.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm.
And then there's in the Ebers Papyrus, and that's what you see right there next to you. There's an entire chapter of the Ebers Papyrus dedicated to castor.
Mm.
So in Greece, so castor oil plant was already introduced in Greece in the 4th century, and but when we read about it in Greece, they are describing its use in Egypt. So
Mm.
Dioscorides, whatever, we always struggle with his name.
Oh, yeah, always,
And
yeah.
that's him right there. Hello. Sorry for butchering your name.
Butchering your name every time.
Exactly. So he says that it's not fit for food. Of course it's not. Yeah. But
Mm.
externally, it's good in medicine.
Mm.
So if you see
Nope.
this, look at who this is. Who might this
Mm.
be? Our friend, our horrible
Jesus.
friend.
Our,
Friend.
yeah,
Who are
terrible
they? They're
person.
Mussolini and Hitler together again.
Mm.
Okay, so Pliny says that it's a drastic purgative. Of course it
Mm.
is. And this is Mussolini. So under Mussolini's Italy, dissidents were hunted down. They had castor oil poured down their throats, and then they were beat so severely that usually the dissident died.
Jesus
I know.
Christ.
So that's what happens with a dictatorship, okay?
Mm.
Dissidents or unwanted people are hunted down on the streets. So think about that for a moment. Use your brain.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. There's Dioscorides again. Sorry, I didn't find a picture. I just used the old picture. Oh
Uh,
well, that's not associated with TCM, but in TCM it's used to cure worms and as a poultice. So in Christianity, there's
mm.
great stories in Christianity, by the way, and the Bible.
The Bible.
So the story of Jonah is interesting. So there is a plant that they call kikayon in the story of Jonah. Okay. And let's see if I can tell this story. So Jonah is actually like a story about, and the story is to tell people that God loves more people than just the Jews, basically, like the Hebrew people. It's a story about God loving more people than just like his chosen
Mm.
people. That's the story of Jonah. So what happens? So God tells Jonah to go preach to the Ninevites and to tell them that God loves him and to worship like the Hebrew God, right? And Jonah is like, he doesn't want to do this, okay? And he just sat like he like decided that he wasn't going to like do that. And so when he decided that he wasn't going to do that, that's when the whole like whale swallowing incident takes place,
Mm.
okay?
Mm.
And so when he finally like extricates himself from the whale, I don't know if it's before or after that this happens, but whatever the case may be, either before or after, Jonah sits like on a hill looking over Nineveh, and he's like complaining and bitchy and whatever. And he's sitting under this shade tree, this kikayan tree, or this a leafy plant, okay? And he like it was said that God had provided this plant to shade him. And then all of a sudden God like in a second like has this worm destroy the plant. And Jonah's like super upset about it. And so he uses like this kikayon plant to teach Jonah about compassion, okay? And he says, if you like, you are so upset about me destroying this plant. Like, why aren't you upset about me destroying the Ninevites? Oh, yeah, that's the whole story. Like, let me back up.
Mm.
So he says, God said that, like, the Ninevites needed to repent or he would destroy Nineveh. So then,
Mm.
like, he gets swallowed by the whale. He comes back. And so God teaches Jonah with this plant. He says, if you why are you so upset about this plant, me destroying this plant, when you weren't upset at all with me destroying the Ninevites. So the plant is described in Hebrew as kikion, and it's translated in most English Bibles translate it to be a gourd, but like a member of the cucurbit family. But the gourds are on the ground, so it's not a gourd, okay?
Yeah.
So
It couldn't provide shade.
exactly.
Mm.
So like most people or scholars think that the kikayan is really the castor bean plant, Ricinus
Mm.
communis. And so
Mm.
that's like the plant of the Bible in Nineveh that is made and destroyed to teach Jonah about having compassion for people that you don't know, that aren't like you, that are different than you. And
Mm.
like, so that's that. And then, oh, by the way, the ending of this great story is that when he goes and he does end up preaching to the Ninevites, like every single person in Nineveh, like worships God, like God the Father, like the Hebrew God, like converts, like
Mm.
from the top to the bottom, they convert.
Mm.
And so God decides that like he's not going to destroy the Ninevites because they all like converted. But
I feel
one
like
thing,
that's such a
what
Christian thing, like a Christian idea, right? Is like God saying, if you don't do this thing, I'm going to punish you. And then God's almost like, why would you make me punish you that way? That was like, you did this. That was your decision is to punish them to begin with.
I know. And you know what the thing of it is
Uh,
that all these like stories in the Old Testament, like the fact that people like think of these as like not like
literal.
mythology. It's like
Yeah.
Sisyphus pushing a rock. It's like that's what this is. This is like not like this is and in
Yeah.
fact it's like a motif. Like if you look at the
Mm.
Bible as literature, there's like a
Mm.
specific like that's the tool that's being used is to tell like Jewish people or the Hebrew people of that time, not like Jewish people now, of course, but like the people that followed like Elohim or whatever, to teach them that
Mm.
like there were other people in the world that God loved besides them. So it's like kind
Mm.
of like a teaching tool. It was always a teaching tool. And so
Yeah.
part of it is but you're right, there's like a million stories like that, and sometimes God does do it, like when he like sent the blood
Yeah.
to kill everybody.
Yeah.
God kills a lot of people in the Bible. How many people does
Yeah.
Satan kill? About that one, not many. I don't think
None.
any.
Yeah.
None.
None.
Exactly, none. None.
Uh,
God killed a ton of people, including
mm,
like all sorts of people.
yeah.
So Paul. So then the other thing is Palma Christi. It's supposed to be Christi, which means the
Mm,
palm of Christ. And the name just refers to like the hand-shaped leaves, that the leaves are like big and hand-shaped. It doesn't have any, it doesn't tie to any biblical miracle or anything. That's just why it's called Palmy Christi. So now, caution, caution, danger ahead, poison, okay? Poison
Oh.
paradise. The forbidden story. Okay, so before I even talk about like magical uses or medicinal uses or anything, I have to put this down. Okay, like We are talking about ricin. We are talking about a poison. Okay. So please take care of yourself. And if this all doesn't show you that you need to like not be like manhandling and playing around with these little beans or this plant
Mm,
very much, like you need like to check yourself, okay? Because bad things could happen. Okay,
mm,
bad things. So first of all, we're going to talk about correspondences. So the element, there's this duality, this fire-water duality. And we see it because it's not only ricin, but it's castor oil, which is
mm,
healing and has like this like fairly good effect. We're going to talk about it, although kind of yucky tasting and
mm,
gross, but still it like is so like good for your skin and all sorts of stuff. And it's like an oil that's like not like a petroleum based oil. So it's like, but it's like ricin. So it's like fire. It's like gnarly and nasty and Marsy and angry too. Okay. The planet though is Saturn because most poisons are like Saturn too. So, and I also
mm.
saw Pluto. The astrological sign is Scorpio. Why might it be Scorpio? Because it hides. It has something to hide. Okay. It has a
Mm.
lot to hide. There's a lot of hidden darkness there. Okay. Very watery and, but also very dark. So the tarot. So this is an interesting thing. So the devil, and this is the only one I like could even find. But if you look at the devil card in the right way, like, hold
Mm. Rider Waite.
on. Thank you. Right, I can't even say it in my mouth. Sometimes it just doesn't come out right away.
Yeah, just move.
So if you look at the devil card,
Mm,
okay, the people are there by choice. They're like loosely chained. Like they
mm,
like basically have like golden handcuffs, okay? So I mean we can even bring that out, like if I want to go look for it. Let's see if
mm,
hold on. Okay. So this is the devil card. So if you look, like they're like the chains around their neck are fairly loose. They could probably just slip them over their heads if they wanted to.
mm.
Like they don't look like, I mean, think about it. I could slip this over my head. I did.
Yeah.
And it's like loose, it's like tighter than the chains on their neck.
Mm,
So that's that, just for your reference. Now let's
mm,
start sharing again. Okay, so it's like golden handcuffs. So not everything as it seems, right? So it seems like the devil's like chaining you up and like the devil's like especially the devil card. Like the
mm,
devil's the harbinger of death. How about that? Like, no, like the
mm.
devil, Satan in the Bible didn't kill anybody. Like, they're not chained there by the devil. They're like there by their own doing. They've got the golden handcuffs on. So, not everything is as it seems with the devil. And there's more to it, though. Like, even Satanists. You should go look up Satanism. Not they are like super like great people. Like they do great things. They're like for
Yeah.
a whole bunch of great like humanistic like type of things.
Yeah.
Like
Human
not
rights stuff.
yeah. Yeah, not and like literally let me just tell you there like I'm gonna say it at every single thing we're in. There's no hate like Christian love, and I'm telling you the same is true. Like not everything is as it seems with the devil card in the tarot or with anything that surrounds like the devil. Okay,
The devil.
devil.
Mhm.
I don't even believe in the devil, so that's
Same.
what John always reminds me. You don't even believe in the devil. When I say the devil's rat, he's like, you don't believe in the devil. Like I don't. That's why I can like talk about it. I'm
Yeah.
not like moved. Like,
Mm,
okay, so the chakra. So Castor is supposed to move energy through all the chakras. It's like a mover of energy, and it is. Castor oil is a mover of energy. Okay. So the goddesses that it's associated with is Isis, Hathor, and Sekhmet. Okay, so okay. there's no direct link with any of these Hecate and Circe.
Mm.
Okay, there's no like stories or mythologies about these goddesses. Okay, it's just based on like the properties that the goddess like is all about, right? And the fact.
Mm.
Okay, so Hecate and Circe are often associated with poisons. Okay, and let's face it, they are, and I like it that way. I like
Mhm.
Circe. Okay, it's like the dark and the light of poisons, like out in the sun of the
Mhm.
island and the dark underworld. so,
Mm.
so, um, Isis is associated with medicine and beauty. Hathor with beauty and women's health, and I didn't even say what
Mm.
Sekhmet is associated with, but good on us.
Mm.
So anyway, so there's not really like direct links though. So I just want to let you know. Some things there are direct links. There is no direct goddess links or god links for that matter.
Mm.
So then the moon phase. So these are my thoughts. So I say it's the new moon. And the reason why is because these seeds, they have tons of potential in a couple different ways. The first way is that they like grow really fast. So this tree grows really fast.
Mm.
So it's got like a ton of potential from a little seed. So the moon phase would definitely be like starting something new, right? And having it grow. And then also, like, it has a ton of potential for good or harm. One never knows, good or harm. Like, it's like the new moon, like, one never knows where it's going. It's like just a start. So it's
Mm.
like how you use it, right? So that's my thoughts. That's my 2 cents
Nice.
about Castor. So magical properties, protection and boundaries. So in some African spiritual tradition and some Caribbean, however you say it, folk traditions, castor seed or castor seed oil is used for rituals of protection and to ward off evil and spirits and hexes.
Evil.
Evil, exactly. And also, like, the plant itself is often planted around places to absorb negative energy and block spiritual attacks. So, it's all over here. If you want to grow some castor bean, like tree or plant, castor bean plant, whatever, castor oil plant, then do it because it'll protect
Mm.
your space and it grows well in these sandy, dry environs, warm environs with no real cold. So the plant itself is used as protective energy, just itself. So consecration, intentional shadow work. Okay. So it's a plant that's all about confronting shadows and
Mm.
used also to cleanse and release. And we're going to see some of these things mirrored in the medicinal properties. Okay. So it's all about illuminating the dark too, like in like the lamp use in Egypt. Okay. It's about like things that are hidden, right? So, and bringing up things that are hidden because when you look at that tree all over the place or that shrub or that plant all over the place, you certainly are not thinking this is ricin, and now you will. I can't ever look at it again and not like, wow, this is ricin. This is the devil.
Big ricin. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so
Uh,
like I said, it's all about this it has like heavy duality in it, right?
mm.
So it has male and female on one plant. It's about healing and about hexing, okay?
Mm.
So it's also a plant about glamour magic, right? Hiding. If you want to keep something hidden, this
Mm.
is like a plant about keeping something hidden, right? So the seed is like a jewel that reveals something hidden and dangerous inside. So that's that. Now we're gonna go to this, and this is more than a medical. You saw okay. Do I have to go back? Do I have to go back? Let's just do this. Okay, I think I do. I think I do right now. This is what I
Okay.
have to do. Okay. Poison. Okay. Okay. Now,
Warning.
exactly. Warning. So this is I'm giving you this warning, and then I'm also telling you that I'm not a medical professional. And if you think that, then
Mm.
I don't know what to say. Wow.
You must be new here.
Exactly. You must be new. Okay. So the medicinal properties. It's an abortifacient. It's like a really good laxative. A vermifuge, and I spelled that wrong. It should be an I. A hepatic, an analgesic, an antihistamine, an anti-inflammatory, an expectorant, a diuretic, and an emetic. So it, like I said, laxative. It's a good laxative. And it's like, yeah, it's just, I'll tell you, if I don't have it on here, I'll tell you a story like about it. Like I'll get to the end because I have like a part of indigenous properties, and I have like this. So if I get to the end of this list and it's not on here, I'll tell you another story about it. So it's used to expel worms, obviously the vermifuge, worms.
Mims.
It said that you can protect your liver, like an alcohol extract of the leaves is liver protecting. It's the root bark extract is said to be analgesic, antihistamine, and anti-inflammatory. It's obviously used for skin remedies. Okay, let's get real, because that's what castor oil, a lot of it is used. Okay, but some people use it for ringworm or just itchy skin. Okay, it's also an emollient, I'm sure, because it's an oil. So I'm sure, like, anytime you put an oil on your skin, you're trapping in water. So the leaves are said to increase milk flow. Okay, so we didn't get to the end of it. Okay, so let me just tell you a story. It's like an old wives' tale, and it was a wives' tale when I was like pregnant. Okay, if you're at the end of your pregnancy, or if you're like a little bit overdue, or you just like can't take it anymore being pregnant, and you're like right at the due date and you feel no contractions, like it used to be an old wives' tale to take a spoonful of castor oil. Okay, and
Interesting.
it's a laxative for sure, but
Yeah.
an abortifacient, it means it's gonna
Mm.
like
Like,
contract that uterus and expel that baby. So it was said to get it started, like get your contract. It was said to get the contraction started. Now I never had to do that because my kids came a little bit early, both of them. Thank goodness. But because I couldn't have taken another moment with those parasites inside of me. Like literally, like the bigger I got, the more I was like, you are feasting off of my body. You are chewing irreparably. Like every part of my body is now changed and different and saggy and like discolored in weird ways. And ugh, yeah, not good. So I just wanted them
It's
out. So it was good that they came out when they did because I didn't have to
that's
do
probably
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably like gnarly to take it because it's so thick. I just imagine like trying to swallow that. Oh.
It used to be a thing though, like a long time ago,
Yeah,
like a
I see
spoonful
it.
of castor oil is often found like in cartoons, even like of like kids, like parents
Interesting.
would give their kid like, and it's probably a laxative for the laxative
Yeah.
properties, you know? I could, that's my, give them,
Yeah. Oh,
they weren't pooping.
God.
So indigenous uses.
Uh,
So the Kauai crushed the seeds and they got out the greasy substance and they used it for sores. So this, but the seeds and the leaves were both considered poisonous by them.
mm,
So the Cherokee, so they used an infusion of beans as a purgative, and they used
mm,
like for on boils, they would use a poultice of the beans. Remember, these
mm,
beans are poisonous. I'm just like
mm-hmm.
shaking my head. Of course, it takes 8 to kill a person, but it's going to hurt you. Like, don't
Yeah.
do that. Okay. The Degano, and look at, I even found a tilde this time.
Oh,
I
nice.
know. The Degano would take the nuts, which I'm sure are the seeds, and smash them
Yeah.
to make so they would get out the oil and they would make an ointment for acne and pimples.
Mm,
Indigenous Hawaiian uses, where they would use the leaves for headaches and they would use a poultice. They would apply a poultice for on the head if you had a fever.
Mm.
Navajo, like they would use the plant to sterilize a woman, and I don't know how they did it or why they did it or their methods, but that's what I read.
Mm.
The Pima people, they would eat the beans for headaches, and you can see it's scary. I wrote down there
Yeah.
that's very scary. Why would
Yeah.
you do that? Why would you do that? It's
Oh
ricin.
God.
That sounds horrible. And
Well,
also
you
to
can't worry about your headache if you're dead.
exactly, also to purge. So it was a
Yeah.
purgative, right?
Yeah.
So the beans were dried and they were ground and they were sprinkled on sores. So I don't know what, maybe if you dry them and grind them and sprinkle them, it is like less ricin. I don't know.
Mm.
So then you could eat the beans for constipation again, but also the plant was considered a poison. Hello, why are you're I can see why you like come on. There's got to be other
Hmm.
things that take for constipation. Some fiber somewhere that's not ricin.
Yeah.
So then Seminole people use the beans as a cathartic and they did an infusion for constipation. So these are just
Mm.
again, sometimes I shake my head, and these are the sources. So that Mormon is who I got all the indigenous uses from. And then I also got like that's this is a really interesting article that like ricin, an ancient story for a timeless plant toxin. It's really
Mm.
interesting. So if you're interested in that as well. But I didn't find much like beyond that. So let me stop my share here. And I hope you liked our first poison, like Castor. And we're going to keep on trucking away with these poisons. We got a bunch of them. We're just going to go through them and enjoy. I just got so much joy from this poison. I can't even tell you how much I loved it. I got more
Um,
books, and hopefully I wish there were more books on poisons. I'm sure they are. They're
mm.
expensive though.
Yeah.
Everybody wants the poison book, right?
Mm. So I feel like it's also hard to find good ones.
Yes, yes, I agree. Because
Mm.
I didn't find anything in any of the poison books about this, which is interesting. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Mm.
I hope you enjoyed it. Like and share, and we will see you at the next Ditch Witch Diaries.